3, 2, 1.
Dos.
So the trip today was a shorter day from Ogden down to Grand Junction, and we'll show you what that looked like. All right, well, we are on the road again. Let's see if I can get that to stay. On the road again, and we are, we just left the Century RV Park after a great night's sleep.
Oh yes, very much needed.
I don't know if you're in that frame. There we go.
Oh, that was a really good night's sleep.
Yeah. Now we got in a little, I mean, it wasn't unreasonably late, but it was a long drive. So now we're on 15 and heading south. We're going to cut across east and get into Grand Junction about 2:30 this afternoon. So that'll be nice.
Give us time to go do stuff and relax.
Yep.
Maybe sit by the fire or go for a walk, or if there's
hopefully a swimming pool.
Yeah. Well, we got to go to we got to go get some stuff for dinner. So.
Yeah. So.
The weather's great.
Weather's nice. It's actually hot already. It's
74.
Yeah, 9:30. It's 74. Hot for us Oregonians, anyway. But so far, the big trip has been big, and it's been a trip.
Yep.
Been a great trip so far, and we're only on day 2. So anyway, we'll check in as events unfold.
Okay, so we have made it to Salt Lake City. There are some gorgeous mountains over there.
There's downtown.
Downtown Salt Lake City. The roads going from Ogden to Salt Lake are not the greatest. Very bumpy. We had to pull over and put the brake light converter cord or whatever. What's it called?
I don't even know right now.
The brakes were not working. It was not connected, so we had to stop and reconnect the trailer because of all the bounciness.
Yeah, these roads are something.
To see from the moment we arrived. Cornelia, you are one who will survive. When time's been bad, you put smiles on everyone. Think of you and of all I should have done. You told me the thing would shape or form that you're in, the place you're from, the wealth of the color of your skin, and all you have burns to the sky. It's all too late. You wonder why, Cornelia. Your everyday is a struggle and a strife.
made it to Grand Junction, Colorado, right when the GPS said we were going to get here.
Which is nice because we got here at 3:15.
3:15.
Yep.
Which was good. We left Ogden early, and because we were ready to go. We both got a terrific night's sleep, so that was nice. And got up, got going, hit the road. It was a nice drive. The truck pulled fantastic. The trailer did fine. And now we're in Grand Junction, Colorado, and no trip would be complete without what?
Walmart.
Without a trip to Walmart.
Well, I forgot a couple things for our dinners, so we got to go pick up those.
So we turned the air conditioner on and
let the dogs in there and let them roam around, lay down, whatever they want to do, instead of being cooped up in the car.
Yep. So we just took them to the dog run. They've got 2 little dog runs, and they're not much of dog runs, but at least they have them. And it looks like they just had a storm come through here. So, and there's really nothing you could do about it, so I'm not going to complain. But it kind of smelt, you know, dog pee. It is what it is. You're in a dog run, you can have dog pee. So, tell me when we're going to turn.
In 2.2 miles on Teller Avenue.
All right. So, anyway, we checked into the KOA. Super friendly staff.
Yeah, nice. It's well maintained. It's
Yeah,
level.
It's a KOA holiday. So for those of you not familiar with the KOA system, they have like 3 different levels of KOAs. They have the KOA Journeys. I don't know. I'll put it in the description. But essentially the holidays are ones with a few more amenities. Basically what they do is they up the level of amenities. Some of them are just for like, you're just passing through, you need a place to park, it's a KOA. Then they have some that you go for weekends, and then you have some for vacations. Yes.
Yeah, this one has a pool, it has a little putt-putt golf course, and it had bicycles I saw.
Yeah, so there's a lot to do. They've got a nice playground for the kids, full hookups, cable TV, the whole shooting match here, and it's really kept up. And you know, I'm you know, just on setup, and each spot has its own little grassy yard, fully level,
and a grill. And there's some of the bigger ones that have tables,
full patios with furniture
and with a gas grill. This one just has a little fire pit grill.
Yeah. We're going to go over that.
Yes.
Looks like.
Yes.
So Teresa's giving me directions to the Walmart here. But it's really nice to get in. We're both still nice and fresh.
Yeah.
You know, not like yesterday. And you probably tell from the previous video, man, we were just beat. We were done. And I was so punch drunk, I didn't even know where we were, the name of the campground. I wasn't unsafe punch drunk, but still it was dicey. So anyway, Grand Junction is a lot bigger than we thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just kind of a whistle stop on the way through somewhere, but
it's a big town. It took
yeah.
took us an extra 15 minutes to get to the campsite after we got off the freeway, so which is no big deal, but you're just assuming that it's going to be a couple minutes off, and
yeah,
it wasn't, but it's very nice. I really like it.
Yeah. So we're pretty happy so far. Again, we're only going to be here one night.
16 more hours maybe.
Turn left here.
Yes, on Teller Road.
Yeah, we got about 16 hours. Our original plan was to leave here tomorrow morning about 10-ish, but I think we're going to try to get out of here about 7 or 8.
Yes, because it is an 8-hour drive.
Yeah,
and
tomorrow.
We're stopping in Denver.
Yeah, we're going to make a stop in Denver to meet up with a friend and have lunch, and then we'll push on to Oakley the people are wondering, what is he doing? So anyway, the big trip has been going really great, and we'll talk a little bit more about the campground and the plans, because I think we're going to change our itinerary a little bit on the back end. In fact, I know we're going to change our itinerary on the back end, because it's just after yesterday, I think we discovered what some of our maximums were. So anyway, we'll talk in a bit. So if you're planning a big trip like we're doing, the major expense is fuel. I mean, so far the camping has been, relatively inexpensive. We did everything online, all of our reservations online. And the fuel, actually, we're surprised. Once we got out of Oregon, the fuel prices went down. So that was a good thing. We're filling up right now. What is it, $2.79?
Yes.
$2.79 here in Grand Junction. So we don't have the trailer hooked up right now, so we figured now would be a good time to fill up. Then we don't have to do it in the morning. This will get us into, Denver and beyond. What we've been doing is running it to about a quarter of a tank. And once we get to a quarter of a tank, we go ahead and fill. So the cost of fuel is the biggest expense, but it hasn't been that bad, So the hardest part has been adjusting to having to pump my own gas. I kind of like it. It's freedom. It's really liberating. I don't know.
Are we ready? All right. So today, when we were driving, I was curious as to why Jerry was kind of hugging my side of the road. And he proceeded to tell me that he was watching some other trailers hug their side of the white line. And what happens when you do that is that your trailer's over far enough, so when the big semis come by, you don't get all that back, all that wind gust.
Right.
The wind gust doesn't come and start shaking your trailer and your car, your truck. So I started watching him, and I started watching the big semis come by, and sure enough, he was off to the right side by the white line, and we didn't hardly move at all.
Yeah, so anybody that's pulled a trailer for more than an hour, especially on a pretty narrow road, understands that, it'll push you. And we kept noticing that those semis were just all over our side and hugging the dotted line. And so I got tired of getting pushed around and decided to give way. And I pointed out to Teresa what she just said.
Yeah.
So we were on Highway 6 coming from Spanish Fork down to
Green River.
Green River. And then from Green River, you get on 70 and you come into Grand Junction. And if you've ever been on Highway 6, you know that in most places it's one lane coming and one lane going. So, and today, lots of semi traffic and lots of RV traffic.
Lots. It was amazing to see all these trailers keep going by and passing us.
Yep.
So
we had, so today was what, almost 5 hour trip. And I tell you, I'm not a big fan of the desert for a couple reasons, but it's a place that I wouldn't mind visiting, but not sure that I could live there. But today was just gorgeous. Some of the colors that we saw.
The greens and the green yellows and the kind of the reddish orange. Very pretty.
Yeah, and the way they were all kind of meshed together. If I was the state of Utah, I'd put in a few more viewpoints, because there's just nowhere to pull over so you could take pictures of some of this beautiful, beautiful scenery. We tried to capture it with the GoPro as we were driving by, but
We'll show you some of it.
yeah, and again, you know, you're on one way going this way, so if you're going to pull over, you know, the shoulder's not even big enough for an RV in most places, and so you really can't slow down either to take a picture because you're holding people up behind you. So, but one of the nice things that we talked about today on the trip down here was this whole big trip. You know, the fact that we're changing the plan toward the latter part of the trip. And the reason that we could do that is because we have the freedom to do so. And freedom in a whole bunch of different ways. Number one, we're pulling our bed in our bathroom. So really, we could stop wherever we want. And we've got a refrigerator with food in it. And we've got, you know, drinks. And we could sustain, is what I'm saying there. So that part of the freedom deal allows us just this opportunity to go wherever we want and come and go whenever we want. The other part is time. I've got all the time in the world, and now Teresa has 80-something days that she could play with. We don't have kids at home that we need to worry about. We worry about them, but you know, they're adults, and so they'll find ways to feed themselves, and they'll find ways to get to work, and it's called their car, and they put gas in it and all that. So that's very freeing for us in this stage of our life. So we don't really have that tie. You know, we can FaceTime with the grandson. I miss him, but at the same time, I'm having such a great time. You know, just kind of being on the road and doing that. What's freeing for you? You know, we kind of talked about some of that today, but
Just being able to pull over whenever we want to, and if we want to be a couple hours late coming to the RV spot, we can do it. If we, you know, want to pull over and have lunch, or if we want to go somewhere and have lunch, we can do that. I mean, just exactly what you said. Just
yeah, you know, we're not really tied to the reservations. You know, I mean, we made reservations out, but they're a phone call away. To change the reservation, to cancel a reservation, or to make a reservation. So, you know, we've got these wonderful devices that fit in your pocket that, you know, can do all of this for you while you're on the road. And I'm absolutely amazed at the connectivity that we've had on the road so far. I mean, the Wi-Fi's been slow. At least yesterday it was really slow in the campground. We did get the video uploaded finally when we got into Grand Junction here. But if we really needed to, we could just drive, you know, about 10 blocks that way, a Starbucks, and we could probably, you know, sit there and mooch off of their Wi-Fi if we absolutely positively needed to. But we really don't need to. We could do the things that we absolutely positively need to do. The dogs are adjusting to this. I think the second day on the road being shorter, we got in, there was time for them to adjust and play and stuff, and that was good for them. We left them alone for a little bit while we went into town to pick up some
items we forgot. Just a couple items, but
yeah, ice cream. It's what I would do for a Klondike bar. That's true. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Leave it in the comments below.
I'm ready to watch the storm.
Right now, there is a huge storm that is right over us. And I'll flip the camera around. Right now, all you can see is rain, but right behind you is lightning, a little bit of thunder, and I'm glad it's not a lot of thunder because this one doesn't really like it. But we had to pull the awning in because the winds really picked up. The winds died down again, I see, but
Oh, there goes another lightning.
there's some lightning. We love to watch lightning. We don't get enough lightning at home.
Yeah.
We got to come out east to see some of that. So anyway, the whole theme of the trip today kind of was how free it was, and you know, if we really wanted to go inexpensive, you know, there's lots of free camping. We passed all kinds of BLM land coming through Utah. They had free camping. And I don't know if that's where we are, especially when you've got all these amenities at a nice KOA like we have here. But anyway, we're enjoying the trip. It's a heck of a lot of fun. And tomorrow we drive from here to Oakley, Kansas, by way of Denver. We're gonna, like I said earlier, we're gonna stop in Denver and have lunch with
a friend
of ours who just happened to be our youngest son's
3rd, 4th, and 5th grade teacher.
Yeah, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade teacher. And the reason I really like her is because she's a big Notre Dame fan. So we're gonna have lunch with her in Denver tomorrow on our way to Oakley. Which, you know, going back to Freedom, we changed our plan a little bit. We were going to leave later. But now I think we're going to button things up. And got it. I'm getting the... we're going to button things up and hit the road a little earlier so we could get into Denver for lunch and then get into Oakley so that maybe we could get to the sites that are in Oakley. So, with that, thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. And give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. We're going to watch the storm. So, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide.